All right, hello, welcome back. I'm Sara Lubratt. We're gonna do some more writing in this video. Yay! That's the gist of a writing vlog, right? Book 2 of my high fantasy series that I call Project DE is currently sitting at 10,007 words. It's currently 3:23 on Friday. I am going to a bar to write with one of my friends today, which is going to be very interesting. Have no idea if that is going to be beneficial or a huge hindrance, but it sounds like fun, so we're gonna go do that. And then I'm gonna go lay by the pool for a while because I need sun. It has been so incredibly gloomy here in Salt Lake City for the past month, and it's been cold and snowy, and so I haven't been hiking, I haven't been outside, I haven't been in the sun. I feel like I very much need a reset. I'm sure just laying in the sun like a lizard is going to be incredible for my mental health. So that's the thought. But we're gonna start with going to write at a bar, which again seems like a very bad idea. Not a bad idea, it just doesn't sound like a productive idea, but it definitely sounds like fun. So I'm trying to be a responsible adult and eat before I go. But let's see how much writing we can get done. I just got home from writing. We got there at 4 when the bar opened, but like I said earlier, it's a Friday. That place filled up so crazy quickly, and by the time we left, every single seat was taken. It was so unbelievably loud that we couldn't have stayed longer even if we wanted to. It went better than anticipated because I was kind of worried about the, mixing wine and writing. I still got 766 words done, which means that my overall book 2 word count is now sitting at 10,773 words. Happy Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to be able to write today or not because I'm currently packing for a trip, but I did get invited to go to StoryCon, which is a new, and by new I mean this year is the first year that they're doing it, but it's this big convention for writers downtown Salt Lake City, so I'm going to go check that out and see how it is. And then I kind of got swept up in a whirlwind of travel. I went to go visit family in Texas and Florida and didn't write until the plane ride home. I'm so curious. Oh, that was good. Okay, so I started vlogging, and then I went to visit family, and then I went on vacation, and then I wrote on the plane yesterday on the way back. I did end up writing 2,086 words, which was incredible. I'm now back in Utah, and I am choosing to focus on the things that I can control, because I feel like there is so much out of my control right now. Writing is one of those things. Writing on the planes yesterday felt incredible. And then other things that I can control are going and working out. So I just got back from a workout. I was doing really well on my runs on my vacation, and then I've also started doing something that helps me just truly track my day-to-day progress instead of feeling like I'm not actually making progress when I'm making a lot of progress, and that's what I call little wins journaling, as well as gratitude journaling, just writing down 5 things that I'm grateful for. I try to make them different every day, and you'd be amazed at just how many different things you can end up being grateful for. And I feel like gratitude journaling helps me reframe how I'm approaching the day if I'm not having a great day, or if I find myself in a midday slump, it just kind of helps me reset. And then my little wins journaling is I try to write down at least one thing that happened that day that makes me feel like I'm making progress or shows me that I'm making progress. So one of them that I wrote down for the other day was I posted a TikTok about my book and I got 10 new followers, and that felt huge. And so even though it's a little win, still celebrating those little wins. This is the first time in a while that I've gotten a haircut that I actually really like. She didn't go too short. It's still feels plenty long. Can still push it around. She kept the front pieces up so that I can still put it back in a ponytail. So happy about it. And then I did some hiking, and then I had a pretty quick turnaround to going down to Moab, which is part of the desert here in Utah, for a trip. And then I was back in Salt Lake City for long enough to go to a concert, and then had another very quick turnaround to driving up to Boise, Idaho for what was supposed to be a writing retreat. So I just got back from what was supposed to be a writing retreat in Boise, Idaho, and really just turned into vacation because that's more of what me and the other two people needed. I was going into the weekend hoping that I was going to outline the rest of book 2 of Project DE. I think it's pretty easy to say that I didn't do that. I just didn't have the bandwidth for it, and I really just wanted to be on vacation, which is lovely and fantastic. But it was such a cute little house. We went on walks, making dinners together was really fun. We went out to a couple great restaurants. We went and sat in the hot springs. We got to see some wildlife. Overall, it was a really great trip. I did attempt to do some writing the first day and then a little bit on the second day. I wrote a total of about a sentence for book 2 of Project DE, and then I started rereading my Veil project, which I treated as a palette cleanser novella that I wrote this past fall after finishing draft 7 of Project DE. And after doing that, I think that I should probably wrap up this writing vlog here because this video has spanned quite a while for me, and I know that I should just end this and move on to the next one. But I think going forward, I might try to balance drafting book 2 and editing my Veil project. And I'm not totally sure how long that's gonna last or if it will be productive, but I think I'm gonna try it because I miss editing and I want to potentially get this novella to a publishable state, possibly. That is something I'm considering right now. Had a couple conversations, and I'm gonna have a couple more conversations about self-publishing with some people that have done it. I've also had some conversations that what you choose as your debut doesn't necessarily matter. And so I might be starting to care a little bit less on what my debut is, and especially if my debut is not Project DE. But I wanna give myself options, and editing my novella is a way to give myself those options. So that's my game plan a little bit for moving forward and what to expect in the next video. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.